guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to tell you about Ketu and the past life connection of Ketu and how Ketu influences our life. There are many misconceptions about Ketu, and seriously it takes a hard time to understand what results Ketu is gonna give. People actually say that Ketu is a planet that detaches us from the house where it sits. Okay, that's very true, but I was not very satisfied with this statement. So I was constantly researching about it on my chart, like how Ketu is giving the results and on others' chart. So finally I'm making this video after observing people's behavior depending upon Ketu and the signs as well. So before we get started, please subscribe my channel and follow me on Instagram so that we can stay connected, okay? If you want to take my personal consultation, so please check the link below. Right now it is just a simple website where I can actually take my consultations, but after 2 or 3 months I will open official website with online payment facility. So I will also start blogging on my website, so it will be better, but right now because of some issues I cannot open it. I need more time for it, so please be patient and please wait. Okay, so let's restart this video. Ketu is the south node of the moon. Now Rahu represents obsession, something which we can never leave, okay, something which we want to achieve in our life. So we are very obsessed about that particular thing, and we are always indulged in that thing. So that is Rahu, okay? And wherever Rahu aspects, we become highly clever in that particular area, because Rahu is a very clever planet. Rahu, you can say an outcast planet. So it makes the native very clever, very intelligent, and the native knows how to come out of any situation. Rahu also gives obsession wherever it aspects the house, and also it causes eclipse, so some issues as well. And Rahu generally gives the results with delay, but here we're not discussing about Rahu, we're discussing about Ketu. So Ketu is the south node of the moon and it represents the Muladhara chakra. Ketu's nakshatra is Mula nakshatra, Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra is about being connected to earth, being connected to your roots. For any spiritual progress or material progress, or for getting anything in life, balancing your Muladhara chakra is very important, because it is the base of other chakras. When it will not be balanced, your mind will constantly be in trouble, and even though you will not be able to have that financial happiness. So that's why it is very important to balance Muladhara chakra first. Now Ketu is without head. Rahu has head, and Rahu knows where it has to go. It's not directionless. Wherever Rahu sits, we are not directionless about that particular thing, okay? We know what we have to achieve. It is our goal in this life. For example, Rahu in 5th house, the person is obsessed with education, learning. Although it brings issues, but still the person is obsessed with learning. And also Rahu gives issues with childbirth, but here the person is very much focused about what he has to achieve, like relationships. If it's in Libra in 5th house, the person needs love and relationships. So that's why Rahu is not directionless, but Ketu is directionless. Ketu doesn't have any direction. Okay, and you have seen the tail of a lizard. When the tail is cut off from the body of a lizard or any reptile, I don't know, but I also have seen when I was small, then we used to chase the broken tail of the lizard and we used to play. It was so amazing. So yes, it is actually when it is cut off from the body of the lizard, the tail is still moving and shaking and it's directionless. It doesn't know where it has to go because now it is not with the body and it is just shaking and moving anywhere. So same way is Ketu. If Ketu's dispositor is not supporting Ketu, Ketu is directionless. Now let's not talk about dispositor or sign, let's only talk about Ketu. So wherever Ketu sits, we are directionless about that particular house. We are not sure we have to take it or not take it. We are not sure what we have to do and how to deal with that situation. We don't know how we have to deal with that situation. For example, Ketu in 11th house. So here Ketu actually makes the native a native is not actually able to deal with the friends and the group and the circle. The person really feels uncomfortable. Okay, so this is the thing. Because the Ketu becomes directionless there. If this positor is supporting, then Ketu here gives the good results. The native is actually able to deal, but the native is not very much attached with that particular part. Okay, so attachment part somewhere is not there because in your past life, getting that area of life was not your first priority. You were not very obsessed about getting it. So that's why it represents that particular thing. Ketu is constantly moving. That's why if it sits in your ascendant or is anywhere connected to your moon or ascendant, your mind is constantly moving and you're always thinking and it is never at rest. You're always searching for something because Ketu is constantly moving. It's a movable planet. Okay, so wherever it sits, it gives the stable results of that house because it's constantly moving. One more thing is that I have seen Ketu also represents our past life experience, the experience we are breaking from the past life. So it shows that wherever it sits, we are very much experienced or expert in dealing with that part, in dealing with that area of our life. We are expert in dealing with that, but it doesn't mean we are expert in dealing with everything that house represents. It will depend upon the sign and nakshatra. It will actually show in which area are we expert in dealing. For example, Ketu in 5th house. So Ketu in 5th house actually shows the person is quite expert in dealing with the stock market or stock exchanges or all this kind of thing. My brother has Ketu in 5th house. He says that he knows everything, so he doesn't need to study. Okay, he will pass in exams without studying. So he has that kind of mindset, and he's very much interested in stock. He thinks that he's very much expert and he knows everything in that field, so he's very much expert in that, and he's always finding way to gain money without hard work because of Rahu in 11th house. So Rahu Ketu axis is quite mysterious. For example, the dispositor of Ketu is not supporting Ketu. So here Ketu will create very much trouble because the native doesn't know how to deal with that house. The native will not be sure about if he has to achieve it or not. For example, Ketu in 7th house. Many people are interested. They come to me, many people, they ask me like if I will get married or not. They have Ketu in 7th house and they have the desire to get married, but they are not able to get married because here they are directionless. They don't know if they have to get married or not, if this positor is not supporting. But that doesn't mean if you have Ketu in 7th house you're not going to get married. Ketu is not a planet that actually creates detachment unless and until spiritual yogas are being formed in your chart. Ketu is in water signs aspected by Jupiter, so it will not create detachment. If Ketu is in earth sign, so it will start behaving like that because Ketu, as I told, it has a directionless planet. It will start behaving like that. It will create intense desire for getting that thing, but we will be very confused. We will not be able to understand what we have to do it, or we will not be able to make sacrifices that we need to get that thing because of lack of obsession for that particular thing. Now for Rahu, we are able to like cross any boundary for getting that thing, but wherever Ketu sits, we're not too much obsessed. If it comes, it's okay, but we are not going to sacrifice something to get it because my priority is Rahu's thing, so I'm not going to sacrifice something. So that 7th house, I have seen my friend has Ketu in 7th house. He is not very obsessed about relationships. He needs relationships, but if relationships comes, it's okay. If doesn't come, it's alright. He's not really obsessed. He's not going to sacrifice anything for being in a relationship. Okay, so this is what it actually shows, like Ketu and Venus combination. The person needs love. The person has the desire to be in love but is not obsessed about it. The person doesn't have any kind of obsession like I'm ready to do anything for that. So there is nothing like that. Please, if you have Venus and Ketu, so share your experience in comment below. And you also need to see if wherever your Ketu is placed, do you feel that you really have the experience in that part? Do you feel that you feel like I know many things about it? So please comment below. It will help us to learn and understand better. Okay, so now finally what I have to say, if we have to summarize it, I'm saying that Ketu is directionless. Ketu is a movable planet. Wherever it sits, it creates trouble. Like the person is constantly thinking about it, and the person is never at rest. If the Ketu's dispositor is well placed, it will give the direction to Ketu that what it has to do, what it doesn't have to do. So when Ketu gets a direction, it is much better as Ketu start giving good results. Ketu in 11th house always gives income, and although the income source may be different, but regular income always comes. The native never lacks money in his life because of the past life good karma. Okay, Ketu obviously creates detachment, or the person doesn't want to deal with that part. But for that, we need to see the dispositor. If it is Mars, if it is Sagittarius sign, or with sign. So sign is very important. Now it is your task to see where your Ketu is placed, where its dispositor is placed, and see how it's acting and behaving. Okay, do you feel detached with this thing? Do you not feel detached? Do you have intense desire to get it? Please comment below so we can learn. Thank you so much for watching. Wait for my next video tomorrow. Bye bye.